beef. In cases they go down beef. What it's really like to live at Buckingham. Bill Gates responds to allegations of affair. I didn't know he got divorced. What the heck? I thought Melinda and Bill were still together. She is friendly, but not friends with Bill. You got Bill, you got Melinda, you got Bill in this picture. Look at this one. I like this one. This one's more relatable. He doesn't regret marrying Melinda. I always like Melinda. That I have her name forever memorized. One of those names because they had the uh, Melinda Gates Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It was the Bill and Melinda Gates. It still is. So that's a name, there's, believe it or not, you'll hear people like, there's people I don't know their names and stuff. I forget them, but not that. So yeah, it's like it's his most famous wife, if he's had any others. So I didn't see them ever get. I thought I felt like they were like inseparable. Yeah, and I mean, with the Bill, he's the most. To me anyway, but a lot of people, he's the number one guy in the world with Microsoft. He created the Microsoft company with Windows. If like if that, I wouldn't want to be anybody else in the world, but Bill Gates would be like one of those people that I would want to be other than myself in the world. Even though I love being me, but he's that guy, and they're really nice people too with the philanthropy. So I don't know. I think they just needed some time to reinvigorate. You seen that there? They were loading a truck up with Clorox. My auntie's bought one of those on at Costco. They sell those. It's a bulk box. I think you get three or maybe four, but I think it's three actually. Three big Clorox jugs. You have Clorox for a good year and a half, 2 years. But I don't know what they were doing there. Were they giving those out? If it wasn't for Windows, I wouldn't have been able to go on the bike ride I just went on because I had to have a Windows computer to save that money for that e-bike. So, shout out to Windows. What's this? Bill Gates and Melinda French are officially divorced. So they're saying it's official, but who knows? I never believe any of this. Like I see it and I like it for what it is, but do I think they really get divorced? Well, it's none of my business until Bill or Melinda showed me the paperwork and yada yada. It's none of I don't believe it, but it's a cool story. But who knows who's on which property and yada yada at what time? Nobody knows. I don't have the capability of knowing. That's paparazzi when they know, okay, Bill and Melinda are together, they're not together. We've seen them at the house together. Oh, look at them, they're together. Oh, they're We spotted them inside the house together through the window. I like this one a lot. Melinda's wearing a really nice dress in this one. I've never seen something like that. It's like some flowers and they're all bouqueted and then they separate up top and whatnot. I like that. Got more other ones, the sweaters. I like a nice sweater. And Bill always did too. Bill had a little bit. He's got a much. See, I like the way he dressed, but he always did the undershirt to go, or with the shirt to go with that over sweater, what have you. Like the way he did with a collar and whatnot. Where I like the collared shirts, I've always did these collared shirts without anything on top, but I like how he puts the additional sweater on. And then he's did the tie and everything with the traditional business suit with the whole overcoat. You got the shirt and whatnot with the tie. You got the pants, shoes. Look at here, he's in a bow tie with Melinda, and they are somewhere. I'm not sure where they are. There. Here's another one, like more of a educational one. They are a lot of news to do with ending. It's 11 months ago that started to come out. Donate 125 million to create COVID-19 vaccines or something. I mean, you'd have to hear it yourself from Bill and them and whatnot, how bad that COVID-19 was, where they really had to put millions of dollars behind it to create that vaccine to save people's lives. I mean, I got hit pretty hard too. I was in the hospital for 3 months. I never called it COVID-19, but I guess it would have been because they called everything COVID. Anything that you were to die from, pretty much anything anybody died from at that time, or still what have you, before they were calling it COVID-19. You died of whatever they generally, oh, it's a COVID-19, yada yada. A lot of people got the designation, whether they were diagnosed with the COVID altogether, or if it was a different ailment or other circumstance in which they passed away. Oh, the healthcare workers are great. I couldn't ask for better. Don't be scared of the system. That was one thing I was scared of for a really long time. Was um, uh, the wrong mindset is that the government is your enemy. They're your best friends to a certain degree, especially if you think they're your enemy. Like, obviously, they're not your enemy. I mean, you don't want to go against them. You want to work with them because they're here to help you. And by pushing them away, it'll only make your life worse. And that's what some people had to have a war with the government, but it's not the government. If you have it's really a war with yourself, and then the more you can better yourself, the better the government can help you achieve your goals and whatnot. And then they can help you learn how to protect yourself to a certain degree. You have to protect yourself before the government can protect you. They have their certain resources, and you have to know how to protect yourself and use those resources, or else, like, there's only so much they can do, right? That's why people have their own self defense weapons as well as calling the police. They call the police too because um, in the world it could get more serious where you might have to use it before the government agency gets there. So, what was I saying? I think I was saying something about that. I caused the pain and I feel terrible about that. Bill Gates refuses to say whether. Holy heck. A merging of the William H. Gates Foundation and the Gates Learning Foundation. Oh, that is when they merged it and all that. Warren Buffett, even. Michael Larson, heard that name. Yeah, I heard about some of the tornadoes and stuff going on right now in Kansas. But that's how I've always seen Kansas. It's like every year. They even have the movie almost every year. It isn't every year. Kansas hasn't gotten hit in a good amount of time. Probably 10, 15 years. 10 years ago. 8 years, maybe 6 years. It's been a while. Like they haven't got hit in a while. They, uh, but you know that movie. What's that movie? With Yellow Brick Road. What is that movie? Wizard of Oz. She was from Kansas. They've known about the tornadoes since then. Since the Wizard of Oz. Even I had to get in the storm shelter. I was down in Tennessee. The Wizard of Oz. Judy Garland. She looked so young in the movie. She looked just like a traditional American girl from Kansas. Because I know girls from Tennessee and they look very similar, but this specific girl is from Kansas. And I've never been to Kansas. But I understand to the point where I can understand that she looks like
If you please.
traditional American.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
I'm not afraid of her. I'll see you reach the wizard.
See the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The greatest family film of all time returns to the big screen for 1 week only, remastered in IMAX 3D.
Won't you take me with you?
Why, of course I will.
Hooray! Because of the wonderful things he does. Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my little party's just beginning. Bring me that girl and her dog. Now, fly! I'm trying to get home to you, Annie.
We've come such a long way. The wizard will fix everything.
I want to see the wizard.
Bust my button.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
There's no place like home.
I am Oz.
Step forward. Come on. Gentle as a lizard. I'd be clever to be free.
What? What?
Me.
Oh, no, I have to get to her right away. Come on, Toto. Come on. Come on. Goodbye, Professor Marvel, and thanks a lot.
Thanks, I'll get in a minute. All right. Freezer. Yeah.
I have to get to her right away. Come on, Toto. Come on. Come on. Professor Marvel, and thanks a lot.
Better get under cover, Sylvester. There's a storm blowing up, a whopper. To speak in the vernacular of the peasantry. Poor little kid. I hope she gets home all right. Get them horses loose. Where's Hickory? Hickory! Hickory! It's a twister. It's a twister.
What do you mean he's not? Well, he opened the door, check in the hallway. What do you mean? Which window?
Salut, moi c'est Dora et moi c'est Babouche. Ici c'est mon école. J'avais envie de montrer ma salle de classe à Babouche. Et toi, tu aimerais la voir aussi? Pas de problème.